let's begin with the top story, something which can potentially have a lot of impact on markets when they open on Monday. So SEBI has essentially said that multi-cap funds must behave like multi-cap funds, which is that they must equally invest in small, medium and large companies. What's been happening so far is that a lot of multi-cap funds are multi-cap funds in name. They have in some cases been allocating as little as 0.5% of their entire fund to small cap companies and pushing a lot of their allocations to larger cap companies, hoping perhaps to bring safer returns for their investors. SEBI has now mandated that the amount of investment in equity will go up to at least 75%, and of this 25% each will be invested in large, medium and small funds. Let's go across to Managing Editor Nikunj Dalmia to get more perspective on this. Nikunj, what is going to be the impact of this? What is the inference?
The move by market regulator SEBI is nothing short of path-breaking. This really has potential to change the market dynamics in the mid and the small cap space by 180 degree. The entire multi-cap category in India is as large as about 1,50,000 crore. If various estimates are to be looked around, according to various estimates, the total allocation of the entire multi-cap category in mid and small cap stocks is not even 30%. So what we could see that because of the new allocation norms by SEBI, flows will move from large cap stocks to mid and small cap stocks. Mid and small cap stocks up until now have been suffering. In fact, the mutual fund industry has suffered because of the polarized nature of the market. Now the liquidity flow is going to automatically come back because of the portfolio realignment. What this also could do, it could potentially re-rate the P multiples for some of the small and the mid-cap companies. You could also see more activity in the IPO market. You could see promoter blocks being sold, and you could also see fundraising done by various companies at the QIP route now that the source of liquidity is going to be available. The other challenge for the mutual fund industry has been they have been underperforming. Now if mutual fund managers are able to put processes, if they are able to identify good businesses, if they are able to really use their skills, you could actually see the underperformance which the mutual fund industry has suffered largely because of concentration in mega cap stocks, that could also correct. The challenge of course is that in the short term will large cap stocks suffer, small and mid cap stocks will get re-rated, but in a bad market too much of small and mid cap exposure could always backfire. But prima facie, I guess in the short term you can easily assume that there is a serious case for the small and the mid cap category to start outperforming.
Well, the market is going to be thrilled as expected. In fact, market veteran Madhusudan Kela, in a conversation with Nikunj Dalmia earlier on ET Now, called the move a brilliant one.
I don't think this is only limited to next 2 months. See, this is more of a structural move, wherein the first time when the regulation got defined that what is the large cap, what is the mid cap and what is the small cap, the rules were very, very clear, but for the large cap companies and for the small cap companies. But companies which were like multi-cap companies, it was not clear. So I think it is very timely defined that multi-cap funds must truly reflect the characteristic of a multi-cap fund, right? So if I just saw after this news came, I saw that a lot of the multi-cap funds have invested maybe up to 90-95% into large cap companies, right? Which is defined by the regulator. So I think it's a fantastic move. Would not have come, as you rightly said, would not have come at a more proper time when the world, when India in general is struggling. And this will, if it is implemented properly, and if the category of multi-cap remains where it is, this will move to significant re-rating of small and mid-sized companies, for sure. When we look at a large cap companies, easy to invest money, So there are so many gems which are hidden where there is a real compelling business fundamentals. But because the whole market got polarized, only buying the top 50 companies, those companies are not getting valuation. Who is there to say that there is no value or there are no gems in small and mid-sized companies? There are a lot of companies which have a tremendous amount of value. And as you rightly put, I've been investing money in mid-sized companies. So I can tell you with confidence that there is a lot of value in that space, and such a move will help recognize the value of these enterprises. And let's not forget, Nikunj, India is a very enterprising country. When entrepreneurs were running unlisted companies, and when they realize that they can actually get true value for their asset in a listed format, a lot of beautiful companies will start to get listed because there will be valuation. See, what has happened in the last 2 years, the markets have got so polarized. These are only 25, 30, 40 companies wherein 90% or 80% of the mutual fund asset is being parked in.